Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers suggest that Abigail DiMera, Marcy Miller, will bid Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, a final farewell while E.J. DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel, and Belle Brady, Martha Madison, complete a hurried mission. Additionally hospitalized will be Gwen Rizek, Emily O'Brien, thus there will be a lot of significant drama. As Chloe Lane, Nadia Bjorlin, seeks to thwart Nancy Miller's, Patrika Darbo, wedding, she will initially turn to Craig Wesley, Kevin Spurdas, for support. Craig may be hesitant to disrupt Chloe's nuptials even if he doesn't trust Clyde Weston, James Reed, any more than she does. Naturally, Clyde's history should haunt him and sabotage Nancy's special day anyway. The jig is almost up since it appears that Clyde killed Abigail before stabbing Sonny Kiriakis, Zach Tinker, to blame Leo Stark, Greg Ricart. Chad DiMera, Billy Flynn, will become vengeful once he receives the necessary confirmation. EJ will eventually grasp what's occurring and decide to stop his spiteful brother after Chad takes a gun from the DiMera safe and flees. As soon as EJ updates Belle, she will assist in their frantic search for Chad. Chad must consider his children before going to prison for murder and separating them from another parent. Later, EJ will track down Chad and find a way to save his brother. That might entail intervening before Chad makes a fatal error, but it might also entail doing so after Clyde makes one of his own. EJ might find himself in a position to shoot Clyde, which would be appropriate given that Clyde once gave the order to kill EJ. Gwen, meanwhile, will make the decision to be honest with Jack after witnessing Jennifer Devereaux, Katie McLean, swallowing pills. Unfortunately, Jennifer won't appreciate that choice because she will be weak and disoriented. Jennifer will reportedly turn violent after losing control. Given that Gwen would eventually be hospitalized, it appears that Jennifer may have shoved Gwen, which may have caused some injuries. The moment Gwen is taken to the hospital emergency department, Paul Telfer's Xander Cook's jaw almost drops. Days teasers indicate that Xander will feel sorry for Gwen and get interested in what happened. It appears that Jennifer will confess to Jack and Julie Williams, Susan Seaforth Hayes, and that she will also accept full responsibility for Gwen's medical crisis. Next, according to Days spoilers, Stefan DiMera, Brandon Barish, will be unhappy with Gabby Hernandez DiMera, Camila Banis, for ignoring her and conspiring against her at DiMera Enterprises. Could Stefan's altered memories have something to do with the unpleasant finding that Dr. Wilhelm Rolf, Richard Wharton, would make later? There may be indicators that the brainwashing won't be effective or that Stefan's true love will eventually come to the surface. Then again, if Gabby breaks into the lab, she might end up being Dr. Rolf's discovery. Since she assaults Dr. Rolf in DOOL's major season preview trailer, Gabby appears ready to ambush him shortly. He'll speak to a vision of Abigail while he's back with Chad and work to find a way to let her go. Chad will receive a heartfelt thank you from Abigail and a kiss goodbye from her. Johnny DiMera, Carson Boatman, may crash back at the DiMera mansion after Allie Horton, Lindsay Arnold, warns him to find another place to crash. Days teasers indicate that EJ will have a suggestion for Johnny and Ava Vitale, Tamara Braun, to think about as he attempts to bring down Gabby. Kristen DiMera, Stacey Haydock, although losing the custody dispute, isn't going to give up easily. That setback should actually strengthen Kristen's resolve to end Chloe and Brady Black's, Eric Martsolf, relationship. Brady will be busy peeking in on Chloe and Stefan as Kristen asks Dr. Rolf for a favor. Brady should now have doubts and worries about whether Stefan is swaying Chloe. Although Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, will chastise Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, for failing to inform her of Kayla Johnson's, Mary Beth Evans, health, she will process the poison information and put her mother's needs first. Rex Brady, Kyle Loader, who will be returning to the area to investigate this peculiar case, will look at Kate Roberts, Lauren Koslow, medical records and come to an unexpected conclusion. Rex seems to be close to figuring out what this unusual toxin is, and it turns out that he will be familiar with it because it was utilized in a DOOL narrative from back in 1997. John Black, Drake Hodgson, will take the lead in the search for the specific orchid that will be required for the treatment. The issue is that with Dr. Rolf's assistance, Kristen will end up in charge of this orchid. Keep an eye out for some shocking developments over the week of September 26th to 30th, according to Days of Our Lives spoilers. Visit CDL frequently because there will be a ton of interesting Days of Our Lives spoilers, updates, and news to read.